Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. My name is Jamie, but you can call me Fabs. I'm a stay at home mom, a personal trainer, and I make press on nails. And today, it's my birthday. Okay, so today's not actually my birthday. My birthday's on May 11th. It's Mother's Day. Most of my major birthdays have always fallen on Mother's Day, so I always have to share it with my mother. I'm excited nonetheless because I don't normally make a fuss about my birthday, probably because I've always had to share it with others. But this year, we are going to do it big. I was thinking that I wanted to do a face of birthday makeup, but let's make it Dollar Tree. So I have all of my Dollar Tree goodies that I keep in this little thing here. I keep them separate from my other makeup. As you can see, I'm actually missing a little section because I have a video waiting for the eyebrows. But other than the brows, we are going to do a full face of Dollar Tree birthday makeup. So if that's something that interests you, I suggest you grab yourself a snack and sit down because we are going to shop this stash and find the perfect products, Dollar Tree, of course. So we are going to use these Dollar Tree products to make a birthday face worthy of celebration. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, hello everyone. We are here at my vanity. I laid down this little mat here because I don't want the glare to be too bad against the glass tabletop. So we're just going to go right into things. We're going to start with the complexion products. I don't wear foundation normally, and I have not been able to find a foundation shade that matches me at Dollar Tree, but I have been able to find concealers. So I already know that I'd like to pick these two La Mercier Flawless Finish Full Coverage Concealers. One is in the shade 116 and one is in the shade 117. They do not list the shades on the component, so I can't tell you exactly which one is which, but I do know that when I mix these, I can get a good shade match to my complexion. So I'm definitely going to choose these as like more of a foundation or as maybe a highlighting concealer. We will use this Essentially Ageless by Be Pure. It's a hydrating serum concealer, and this is in the shade deep medium or medium deep or something like that, but this is actually really nice too. These are very creamy concealers, and I actually have been reaching for this when I don't do Dollar Tree makeup at times. So we are going to grab this definitely for a highlight, and then the for a contour, a cream contour, since we are going to do a full beat, we are going to use these Be Pure Glow Up contours. I've got the shade dark, and this one is like tan or medium or something like that. So I'm going to actually use, I think I'm going to use this dark as a contour, and I think I can get away with this one as a bronzer, but we will have to see. Unfortunately, I have trouble finding bronzers in my shade as well from Dollar Tree, so we will just use these two. Went straight to complexion, and I forgot about serum, or I'm sorry, I forgot about primer and everything. So for primer, I'm going to choose this Be Pure Hydrating Serum Primer. It's infused with rose oil. This is really nice. And then I'm also going to choose this Be Pure Essentially Ageless blurring primer. You can see I've used it more than once. The label is starting to peel, but this primer is really nice. It's like a dupe for the e.l.f. Oops, this is a dupe for the e.l.f. Bloody. This is definitely a dupe for the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I use this often. It fills your pores really well, but you have to be careful because if you use too much, it will definitely just completely blur out all of your pores, and it'll almost give you a fake finish. So this one is a really good drops. I tried these Be Pure bronzer drops in a previous Dollar Tree makeup review, and I actually liked them quite a lot. So we are going to put this down underneath the concealer that we chose. This is there's no shades on these. Like, I do like to highlight under my base, so we have these to choose from. So I do have these three to choose from as a highlight under my base. This highlighter from LA Colors in the first light shade, but I'm also going to keep this Be Pure Glow Up in, I think this is Champagne on standby because these LA Colors are not reliable at all, so it may be a hit or miss. So we're just going to put that to the side. We'll definitely use these two to highlight as well as the bronzing drops. So these are what we're going to add for the blush. We're going to use these Be Pure Glow Up blushes in, one is in the shade Ballerina and then the other is like Rose Gold or something. But these are actually really nice when mixed together. I'm not really a cream blush person, but I actually really liked these. And I did have kind of a hard time finding blush shades in my shade. So these ones actually worked out the best from what I've found so far. Would be some powder. We are going to so the next step would be powder. They do not have any loose setting powder at the Dollar Tree, but I do have this Be Pure Essentially Ageless Blurring Pressed Powder. This is in a translucent shade, but these are really nice. I've tried these as well before because it actually will kick up a lot in the pan where it almost turns itself into a loose powder, and you can use it to set very well with those. So we are definitely going to go with this one. Now this Marie Claire one that I found, it's not horrible, but I'm not a translucent powder person, so it just wasn't good enough for me to want to pick up again. But they did have these. If you see these are just $1.25 as well. It's still a good deal for a setting powder from the Dollar Tree. And then as far as like a face powder, something to match my skin tone, I have these two Be Pure pressed powders for acne prone skin. This one is in the shade Fair and this one is in the shade, I believe it's Tan. I know it seems like Fair is really light, but it actually is not. It's not super light, but it actually works well as a shade for more of the inside of my face. These tend to oxidize, so I can usually get away with this more towards the inside of my face and this one towards the outside. When I did use this on my full face, I ended up looking quite orange by the end of the day, so I would not recommend that. But for $1.25, these are really good products, especially to come in such deep shades. So we are going to definitely choose both of these for our face. And then I also found this LA Colors pressed powder. Now I have the luck with LA Colors. I don't know why I keep purchasing it, but it is $1.25, so it's so hard for me to not. This is in the shade Toffee. This is a puff powder, a pressed powder, puff applicator included. This is packaging. We all know that a lot of times once you open it up, especially LA Colors, the shade is actually quite, we all know that once you open it up, especially with LA Colors, the shade is usually quite lighter than it looks like in the package. But we're going to put this in just to kind of give it a little test. I'm going to add one of these Be Pure Essentially Ageless blurring powders in the medium deep shade. This actually was a really, really nice inner face highlight for me. So we're going to add this one. And that is it for our powders. Okay, as I stated before, I have had trouble finding bronzer at the Dollar Tree, but I have been able to locate a powder contour that works for me. This is the Marie Claire Smoky Delight palette. It's got 4 eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a contour. So this contour was actually really nice on my skin tone. I highly enjoyed it. It just kind of buffs out really easily, so you cannot blend it too much. But it does, I mean, it blends really nicely because it ends up blending away. But I do feel like it will fade after time. It doesn't last. But it was really nice. So we're going to add this for contour. And then I'm going to use this Marie Claire Natural Charm palette that has a highlight for eyeshadows. And then I think this is supposed to be a blush, but this is definitely more of a highlight for me. We are going to use this for a powder highlight. I think we're actually going to mix the two. And I'm going to put that down on my cheeks under my blush. That's what I usually do. But we have no contour, so we're going to have to try to make this work. We have no bronzer, so we are going to have to try to make this work.
Editing Jamie here. So I have no idea how I lost just a portion of the audio, but we're going to keep it moving. I had these 3 blushes to choose from, and as you can see, I had not tried any of these yet, so I decided to try all 3 of these in the look. For eyeshadow, I had these palettes to choose from, and I decided to go with this Summer Vibes palette. It has a lot of really pretty colors in it, but I was mainly focusing on this kind of burgundy mauve-ish shade, as well as the other shade that's like a brown shade. It's called Sunrise. I was using Sunrise and Valley, and I also wanted to use the Mai Tai shade. So I decided I wanted to do like a burgundy mauve kind of look. So I ended up choosing this Summer Vibes palette by Trend Beauty, as well as this Marie Claire palette. And then these were the eyeliners that I had to choose from. I decided to use this LA Colors Auto Liner in black because these are really nice. I actually enjoy these a lot more than the high-end eyeliners that I own. And then I decided to try this Be Pure mascara. I don't have any hopes for this. Any Dollar Tree mascara I've tried has been crap. But these two eyeliners for the waterline are really nice. They come in white and cream. They're from Be Pure. And I'm going to choose the cream color because it's just a little bit more natural, but I do like a little bit of highlight in that part of my eye. And lastly, we are going to use this Lamacari matte setting spray.
All right, everyone, here is all of the items we need to make a full face for my birthday makeup. Let's get started and see how this turns out.
If you're still with me, thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to do this birthday beatdown on my face. Stick around because that video is coming up right after this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See you, love you. Bye.